DNVR Broncos live, coming to you from Studio A at the DNVR bar, where the A stands for... Actually, that's not what we meant when we said we wanted you to improve the scoreboard.
Oh, wow, yes. They are going to give it a boost.
They sure are.
They are.
I would love if they were able to score 70% more points rather than... Actually, they need more than that. 170% more points.
Yeah, that's true.
Rather than adding 70% to the scoreboard.
Yeah, maybe they think that the numbers will follow.
Right, bigger scoreboard, bigger scores.
Yep. Oh, man, that's just going to be more depressing, though, if the scores stay the same and the scoreboard's bigger.
Right, like
Yikes.
like 70-foot tall numbers that say like 9 under Denver. Yeah, that's not what we need. We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Head over to DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code DNVR when you sign up to get in on all of their great deals. And there are many over at DraftKings Sportsbook, so make sure you use that code DNVR. All right, we have a special guest today.
Oh, who could it be?
Let's bring on the homie, Johnny Venerable, from our friends over at PHNX. Johnny, if we combined the Broncos, the Cardinals, and our other friends at CHGO, all of our wins, we might make the playoffs.
Wow.
We were partying at the Combine last March, full transparency, just super excited about our teams, and here we are, 3 and 4 wins respectively here in early December. But this is the highlight of my week right now, joining you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, Johnny, I'm so pumped to have you on. And like you said, Ryan, you combine all of those 3 teams, the Broncos are tied with the Chiefs for first place in the division. Oh, my goodness.
That is bad.
It is kind of crazy looking back. The last time we were hanging out with Johnny, the Cardinals had just signed Kyler Murray to an extension.
Literally, no, it was the GM and coach that when we were there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, didn't they do all of those like one after another after another?
No, Kime got and Cliff got extended while we were there. I was writing a story in the press room, and then Kyler put out that statement with 7 font with his agent. That happened right before we boarded the plane to the Combine. So it was a complete storm of storylines, and then we were having, hanging out with Nathaniel Hackett. I'm like, this guy's great. This is going to be a great year. And now it's early December, and everything's kind of falling apart.
Wait, you don't like the contract extension you gave to your quarterback? Because people in Denver are loving the contract extension they gave to theirs.
For sure.
Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong for both teams. I can't speak on the Broncos. I don't love that the Seahawks. I don't love that the Seahawks have your pick and they're going to be gifted, Will Anderson or Jalen Carter or somebody like that. But the Arizona Cardinals are in a position now. Their head coach is potentially a lame duck coach in the final 4 weeks. Their GM now, it was announced yesterday, is out with health concerns indefinitely, and Kyler Murray's probably not going to be back until next October. It's been a cold, dark season for Arizona Cardinal fans, and I don't know. It's only rivaled, I think, by the Broncos, but at least Russell Wilson, I would think after this year is going to do some soul searching and try to turn it around next year.
Well, that leads us to this question. Knowing everything you know, and this includes Kyler's current injury situation, what would you rather have? Russ on his contract or Kyler on his contract?
Oh, man. That's tough. Listen, I'm going to get heat for this. I would probably say Russell Wilson today right now, because at least I know I'm going to get a quarterback that's healthy all of next year. I'm in the minority. I feel like Kyler, if he comes back next year, especially for a new coach, they're going to ease him in. We just don't know if he's ever going to be the same caliber of player and athlete that he once was. Whereas I really do believe Russell is going to look in the mirror this offseason and say, hey, I'm a big part of the problem. I'm going to get with the new coach. We're going to be on the same page, and I at least think he's going to be serviceable next year. The Cardinals are going to have a top 3 to 5 pick at this rate. What if they bring in a new GM and a new head coach, and those people love Will Levis or somebody like that? Like, what do you do? You're sitting there. I mean, could you eat $80 million in cap, have dead cap money for the next couple of years? These are questions that I think are going to have to be asked. I don't think they'll move off Kyler. I wouldn't, but I mean, goodness, are you going to force Kyler Murray with his injury on a bunch of new people? Who knows?
What's interesting for me when it comes to this conversation is I think we had this conversation in the offseason. And one of my big reasons why I actually preferred Russ, as a guy who has always been kind of in Kyler's corner, was what I thought was leadership. And I felt like Russ has an advantage over Kyler in that regard. Like, he is a more. This is a perfect time for this. Yes, this is.
Oh, wow.
Hey, that's not the Santa.
Yep.
That's not the Santa I visited with my kids. Right?
Wow.
Susie Claus came through.
I have a song for later.
Anyways, back to my very serious point.
I don't even know what it was.
I thought that Russell Wilson brought a level of leadership to the position that elevated him over Kyler, because I thought that was Kyler's biggest weakness, was it didn't feel like he's getting guys to follow him. Well, come to learn, Russ doesn't really have anyone following him either, and that's what makes this so hard for both franchises, is your quarterback, one, needs to be your best player, and both of these guys, I think, are talented enough to be that. But two, I think they need to be your best leader, and for completely different reasons. I think they're two entirely different personalities, maybe as far across the spectrum as they can be. They don't have guys following them, and so both are in big trouble. I think anyone here is probably going to take the situation that they're not currently in. I would take Kyler at this point.
Well, and the reason that you'd be able to easily sell me on Kyler is because younger, and that's maybe the biggest concern with Russ right now is he not just like over the peak, but like really declining quickly? Will he be able to get it back? And as Johnny and I texted earlier this week, Russ did look his best. Or this past week, was that just a blip on the radar, or was that is something else that's to come? But that's probably why, like you said, Ryan, we would take the other person's spot and go with Kyler this year, or go with him for the future, because at least there's some youth that you can sell yourself on.
Yeah, and the other piece is that Kyler is just slightly easier to get rid of. Not a lot easier. Like, both contracts run through 2028. Like, every year, though, you can save like $8 million more with Russ, or by cutting Kyler instead. So I guess that little bit of a safety net. I mean, I'm not excited to have either. I don't think either is going to really work out at this point. Give me the guy who's easier to get rid of.
And sorry, go ahead,
I
Johnny.
also think you have to put into context, like, Kyler Murray's never been through an injury like this before, ever.
True.
He was never hurt at the collegiate level or at the University of Oklahoma before he transferred, afterwards. Like, how is he going to attack this rehab? And I'm not going to question his work ethic. He's a tremendous worker. But they had that homework clause in there for a reason now. And you talk about potentially learning a new playbook. He's got a new head coach. We're assuming he's going to get a new head coach. I don't know that for certain. So you're talking about coming back from a major injury, having to ingratiate yourself with a new head coach, learn a completely new system that may require you to play under center for the first time since high school. I don't know. That's a lot of variables. Whereas Russ can attack the offseason in OTAs. He can say, last year wasn't great. I know I have to reshape my image. Let's get everybody healthy. Jerry Jeudy looks fantastic to end the year, and you can build off of what they're doing right now. As cliche as that sounds, Cardinals can't build off of anything. They are literally limping to the finish line.
Wow. And I mean, yep, Johnny convinced me. I forgot about the homework clause. Give me Russ as well. So I'm on Team Russ with you, Johnny. And I mean, Johnny, looking at your Twitter account and everything that you're putting out, boy, is it depressing. And probably the same thing could be said about looking at my Twitter account or anyone that follows the Broncos Twitter account. Just a couple of things that you had on here. I believe it was you or it was the PHNX Cardinals tweeted what Troy Aikman said. This has been a dumpster fire of a season for the Cardinals. Multiple times you're tweeting, this is rock bottom. And then you also said
You're pulling the receipts on Johnny right now.
No, it's good receipts, I think.
I stand by everything.
bad receipts for what it means for the Cardinals. And then you had this one. Yeah. This has the makings of the most unpredictable Cardinal football franchise offseason since the team relocated to Arizona in 1988. And we talk about kind of how they're locked in to so many guys in their organization right now, yet there's so much unpredictability. Do you expect that this team is just completely blown out and the owners make those big moves? Because in Denver have talked about kind of the same thing. Like, George Payton's under contract for 4 more years. Russell Wilson obviously has a big deal. Nathaniel Hackett's only a first-time head coach. Is that something that Arizona could do?
Absolutely. And I said that before Steve Keim took his leave, and I'll double down on it now. Cliff, Keim, they could be gone after signing their extensions. We saw John Robinson get axed in Tennessee. He signed his extension right around the same time did Keim and Cliff. So I don't want to hear about that. Plus, Kingsbury, even with his contract extension, is still the 4th highest paid head coach in the NFC West. He's not getting paid big time money. So, I mean, the Cardinals are hosting the Super Bowl this year. Michael Bidwell can cut a fat check. He's getting a bunch of revenue coming into town at State Farm Stadium in early February. Now, his team's not playing in the game, but he's going to make some extra coin on the side. And then you think about the landscape of this roster. I love DeAndre Hopkins. He's over 30, and he's going to be making close to $30 million next year. Do you talk about potentially moving him? I think no one is safe outside of the guys who are on rookie deals, the Trey McBrides of the world, Cameron Thomas, cheap labor, and then somebody like Budda Baker, because that would just gut the fan base. Everything else is on the table, and I'll disagree with my co-host Bo Brock. Like, again, how can you convince a GM and a head coach to come there and say, well, I have to be married to Kyler Murray, knowing that he may not be the same player, especially when you're gifted a top 3 to 5 pick in a QB, I don't know if it's rich, but a QB quality quarterback draft.
Yeah, and really quick, Johnny, we love your insight, and Emma in the comments loves your look. Says you're looking like a cutie today.
That's our producer,
That's
Emma.
our producer.
We appreciate that, Emma. Appreciate the support. You couldn't have
Also
changed your
have-
name in your avatar so it's not as obvious, Emma?
We also have another PHNX employee out here saying, "Go Broncos!"
Hey,
A
look
double.
at that.
Only person to have worked for both.
Wow,
Yes,
how
true.
about that?
Wow.
Michaela is a true Broncos fan. We were talking about it the other day, and this season's wearing on her significantly. So she's in the trenches. She lives it every day with us here in Arizona with the Cardinals, and then she tries the escapism that being Broncos and Denver sports, and it just doesn't help her. We need to get some winning sports for Michaela, because it's not working out right now.
Last, I guess, big picture question I have for you. One of the things we've been talking about around here is like getting a Russ guy in here, like whether that's a Brian Schottenheimer or someone else. Like, I was trying to think, is there a Kyler guy? Like, are they gonna go back up the Brinks truck to try and take Lincoln Riley out of Southern California? Like, that's the only person I can think of that's like that's a Kyler guy.
The Kyler guy is coaching the team right now, and
Yeah.
That's what I
4-9.
thought.
We don't need a Kyler guy. He needs tough love, man. Like, I hate to say it about a grown man, but like, he's been enabled, and that's why there's some animosity with Larry Fitzgerald. Kyler was gifted the keys to the franchise the moment he came in, and I was all for it. But now we've reached that plateau of what Cliff Kingsbury can do for Kyler Murray. So I think a D'Amico Ryans, somebody like that, Eric Bieniemy, a Brian Flores needs to come in and say, Kyler, you're part of this team, and you're a big part. But obviously, we're soft. We don't do anything well. I mean, think about this team. What's their identity, right? Their offense is broken. The defense gives up the most points per game with your boy Vance Joseph in the entire NFL. So I think, yeah, absolutely. The Broncos need to get back to basics of what worked in Seattle. The Cardinals really just need to start over, and they need Kyler Murray's buy-in to do that.
Whoa, Johnny, your boy Vance Joseph, I believe, is how it should be phrased. But it's just I can't believe the parallels to these two teams. Everything you just said about Kyler Murray, we all three could have said exactly about Russell Wilson. We all obviously loved the trade. It seemed like a home run. It seemed like absolutely they should extend him, and they gave the keys to the franchise to him right when he got here, and now it's the exact same thing. Now they need someone to come in and take those away and say, no, Russ, you're not going to get all of the privileges that we gave you, and you need to connect to your teammates better. It is just crazy how similar these teams are. The only difference this week specifically is the Broncos looks like they will have Russell Wilson, but the Cardinals will not have Kyler Murray. We know that for sure. The line is about 3 points favoring the Broncos at home. So even with Russ, Vegas is only really saying that the Broncos get the home field advantage here. How do you see this one shaking out? I mean, when I look at it, the Broncos, I never feel comfortable going into a game picking them. Never, especially over the past month. But I look at this, and your boy Vance Joseph's defense is the worst defense in the NFL in terms of points per game. 27 points per game. It's fair. The Broncos have the worst offense, so maybe a good, bad matchup there. I'm not sure. And then the Broncos are going up against a backup quarterback. I mean, this on paper, the Broncos should get their 4th win of the season. Am I seeing it wrong?
No, that's absolutely what's going to happen. The 3.5, tease it up, DraftKings, 4.5, 5.5, whatever you want to do. Colt McCoy is very capable, as we saw last year, but everything's got to go right. And he's been put in an uncomfortable position right now where he's having to take all the shots, all the arrows at press conferences, where really it's Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim's doing. So that's unfortunate. But as far as the defense goes, their top front 7 player, Zach Allen, he's out. He broke his hand. He's not playing. The back seven's a mess. They've got injuries at cornerback. I think the Broncos found something, obviously, last week with the return of Jerry Jeudy. Cardinals don't have an answer for him. Their pass rush is weak. And then on the flip side, their offensive line, there's been too many combinations. The interior, they doubled down on Justin Pugh and Rodney Hudson, 2 players that basically went into retirement. The Cardinals talked them out, and now they're out for the year. They're hurt. Left tackle DJ Humphries is out. I mean, the Cardinals, I would imagine for them to be able to win this game, compete and win it, Russ would have to go back to turning the ball over and looking like the absolute vegetable that he was early in the season. I would feel very comfortable putting some scratch down on the Denver, at least the Denver money line, knowing full well that the Cardinals, I mean, how are the Cardinals going to get up for this game? It's a minimal travel, but your GM's gone, your coach is on the hot seat, your quarterback tore the ACL. I get these are professional athletes, but man, this tsunami of adversity. They had a coach fired for groping a woman in Mexico City. They had another coach fired, James Saxton, for a domestic charge. I mean, Cardinals are a complete embarrassment off the field, so they have no business winning this game.
Wow, I mean,
it's got me convinced.
It can get worse.
We live it every day, guys.
Broncos country, listen to that. It can get worse. But my last question for you, Johnny, is what vegetable are we talking?
Oh man, I put a sizable amount of money on the Broncos to start this year. I picked them to win the AFC West.
Oh.
I watched him wet the bed. Was it against the Colts this year? And he looked like an eggplant. It was terrible. I lost multiple parlays that weekend. So, and then last weekend though, they rallied. They rallied and got it going. So maybe I don't know, what's an up and coming vegetable? I don't know, a cucumber maybe. He's looking spry. He's got his mojo going a little bit. So yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Wow, that was scathing.
Yeah, that really was.
You got both teams.
Yes, you did.
That was fun to watch. I'm good.
Yeah. You nailed it for me. I'm gonna go home and have a cucumber in honor of that.
I'm gonna bet on the Broncos.
Can I plug a big guest tomorrow on PHNX Cardinals Live?
Let's go.
PHNX Cardinals Live tomorrow, myself, Bo Brock, 3 p.m. Isaiah Simmons joins us to talk about the Cardinals and what's to come. Are the Cardinals going to pick up his fifth-year option? How does he like playing for Vance Joseph? We're excited to welcome Isaiah Simmons tomorrow. Check it out.
Man, that's big time. I'm going to be tuning in.
Madden League legend here at DNVR.
Yep.
94 speed linebacker, just unreal.
Yeah. You'd be surprised to know Vance Joseph has really hankered with his development, too.
No way. Vance? All right, Johnny. Appreciate you coming on and giving us the God's honest truth about the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow.
Check them out.
We love our team. Yeah. Tough love. See you guys.
Great to see you. Thanks, Johnny. Oh, man. It can always get worse is probably my biggest takeaway from this.
Yes. I'm glad. We've been telling you that all season.
Yep.
It can always get worse.
But that's just what I question about Johnny saying this is rock bottom for him, for the Cardinals. But when he goes through it, I'm like, yeah, what else could happen? I mean, I think, and probably what sent them truly to rock bottom is it's like, well, everything's gone bad, and now your quarterback is out. Not just for this year, but for all of the offseason and into the start of the next season.
That's the worst part. And this is exactly what we were talking about yesterday, where I'm just like, it's not worth it. With Russ, it's different because you're like begging him to show you something over the end of the season. At the same time, the only place, touch wood. The only place that the Broncos could be that's a worse place than they currently are is paying Russ all that money and not even having him.
Right, exactly. And then no option to move on because of the injury guarantees and everything.
Exactly.
100%. That's really true. So it can always get worse.
It can always get worse. I think it's just because I'm further away from the situation. I feel more confident that Kyler can get it going again than I do with Russ.
It's fair. And I think that the biggest thing to point to that is just his
age, yes.
And also the physical ability. ACLs, you don't really lose much ability anymore these days. So he should be able to regain that. And that's not something that I'm as comfortable saying with Russ, just because what if he's just
washed?
Sure, washed, a
washed
cucumber
vegetable.
Yes.
Well, that would be better than a dirty vegetable.
It is.
Yeah.
Kyler's 25. We had that conversation about maturity with Jerry yesterday, how he's 23. Clock's ticking on maturity for Kyler. Like Henry When he hit 25, I felt like that's when he really grew up.
Is that when he got the bump to this beat?
Mid 25.
Okay, mid 25.
25. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it took Ryan 6 months of evaluating how
Yep.
you were at 25.
As
and
a
I was like,
25-year-old.
Okay, it's time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
26 is going to be soon.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Now you're
boy.
gonna say 26 is gonna be a movie.
Oh, no, it is not.
Oh.
No.
There's probably a song about that.
Maybe.
Is there a
but
song about being 26?
I'm feeling 26.
That's not quite it.
No? Okay.
No.
Close though, right?
22.
22.
Ah.
Right. Taylor Swift. Love
Yes.
Oh, wow.
her. Speaking
There is a song. Oh gosh, why am I blanking on? Chris Stapleton has a song
my
about
favorite.
how his like 25 and 26 kind of blended together. And that's like the title of the
Okay.
song. Was I 25 or 20, or was it 25 or 26?
Does that feel
That's
like
half.
you're-
That's half a song. Other half
that
about
is-
being 25.
Right, true.
Yeah.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, guys, it has got to that point now where the Broncos tickets for this week have now dipped into the $20 range, and on top of that, the Broncos just announced that they are giving away Taylor Swift tickets if you
Shut the
come
fuck
to
up.
this game. Yes, now not everyone is
Right.
going to get Taylor Swift tickets, of course.
Come
That's
back
a
in August.
$10,000 value.
But they are
Wow.
giving away. I can't find it all right now. But they are giving away so many things
I've
to
got-
come to this game. You've got it.
Yeah, so I mean Taylor Swift tickets, George Strait tickets, Ed Sheeran tickets, Supercross tickets, autographed jerseys and footballs, team store gift cards, concessions gift cards, tickets and pregame field passes for the next game too. So you can just come right back. There's a bunch of people in the 500s who are getting upgraded to the 100s. There's a special competition at halftime where some season ticket members are going to get next year's tickets paid for. They'll just be free. A post-game field experience for some of the fans, and up to 3 of their guests. They get to obviously go look around the stuff, go see the Super Bowl trophies, all that. And finally, the first 30,000 people who go to the game,
30,000.
which is like probably half the people at the game,
Yeah.
free foam finger, courtesy of Mattress Firm.
Oh, courtesy of Mattress Firm. And remember, these are the same Broncos that typically, when they're good, the tickets, you don't need to give away anything to go to the game. In fact, you're able to sell your tickets for like 3 or 4 times the price. Now they're having to give all these things away.
I am embarrassed.
So
I'm
you're
embarrassed.
What you're saying is you're going to the game to try to get Taylor Swift tickets.
Absolutely not. Although I would 100% rather go to the Taylor Swift concert than go to this game.
Man.
Just because you can watch the game from your house, and it's pretty much it's nice to go to the game.
Yeah.
But
Beers are cheaper at home.
it's
True.
easy for me to go to a game, and it's also very easy to just watch at the bar from the couch.
It's very true.
Taylor Swift, that's a rare event.
It is.
It's very
like
true.
a comet going across the sky or something.
It's really
Wow.
true. And all of this talk of watching games at home, and then also talking with our guy Johnny, who's in Arizona, it reminds me of a new partner that we have, the private internet access,
Let's
which
go.
helps you watch games wherever you are. And this is perfect for our audience. We have so many people in Denver, but we also have so many people outside of the state, outside of the country. And with local blackouts, if you've probably struggled to watch Broncos games, or with the local restrictions that you have to watch East Coast games if you're on the East Coast, it's probably been very hard to watch Broncos games.
Yep.
But an incredible virtual private network, which VPN, like private internet access, can fix that for you. It also helps with if you want to watch Netflix and a certain show is on like in a country that's
UK
outside of
Netflix,
Netflix. Yeah. You can watch those by getting this VPN, like private internet access. It can help that with you, and they have a deal for you right now. If you head to piavpn.com/Broncos, you'll get 83% discount. That's 83% off. It's
In
just
honor of Wes Welker.
exactly in honor of Wes Welker. It's only going to cost you $2.03 a month. Who's that in honor of?
2 in honor of Patrick Surtain, and 3 in honor of Drew Lock.
And the 0 in between? Whoa, not
points.
Russell Wilson?
No,
Ouch.
no.
Oh, man. So 83% off. That's $2.03 a month, and you get 4 extra months completely free. But Here's how you do it. You go to piavpn.com/Broncos, or you can just click the link in our description here. It'll take you right there. Ali's showing you the price, $2.03 a month to get this. I know so many people use VPNs.
Yep.
Give this one a shot because you're just going to get an 83% discount right out of the gate, plus 4 free months, and it's a great one. So check them out.
Hell yeah.
There are parts of Colorado that don't get the Broncos game this week. That's how bad the Broncos are.
Oh, wow. So then,
So you'd have to
no-brainer for
VPN it
everyone
up.
to get this.
Yeah, so you get it. You get to say, hey, look, I'm actually in that other part of Colorado.
What part? What is there like Eastern Colorado's
Corners.
getting the Chiefs game?
No, I think it's a couple of different corners maybe.
Man, if the Arizona corner of Colorado can't even get the Arizona Broncos
it
game,
has to
that
be
would be
that one.
tough.
I think that would be the corner that's getting it.
You would
Probably.
hope.
Also, got to give a shout out to our friends over at Us. We have a whole bunch of cool stuff going on. We read your comments, we do all that sort of stuff. So become a diehard so that you can leave those comments and read some of our stories that are still like exclusive and behind the paywall just for you. Get 15% off at the bar. You get discounts going to the tailgate.
Game grades.
Game grades. You get to see the game grades. Some weirdly good grades this week. I mean, I guess it's kind of like
Maybe you did get swept up in the vibes of 28 points.
maybe like A+ for Jerry, A+ for Pat, A+ for Josie Jewell, and so all of a sudden 3 A+.
A+ for a guy that almost got kicked out of the game.
But
How
he
about
didn't.
that?
You
He
get grade
didn't.
on what
He
happened,
didn't.
not what
He didn't even
almost
get a
happened.
flag because if he
No.
did, that would have affected his grade.
Yep.
8 catches, 73 yards,
Yeah.
40-yard pass interference, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Now I give him the A+.
There
Yeah.
you go. I like it.
Yeah,
Could
so
have been 4 touchdowns if not for the pass interference. Like maybe he catches that and breaks
True.
away.
Yeah.
maybe or
Over
not.
100 yards.
But yeah, you can read all of the grades. There's like 30-something grades over behind the paywall if you become a diehard. So do that and comment our stuff and get your physical diehard card and all that.
Hell yeah. Also check out our friends. Shoot, I was in the wrong area. What other friends are we checking out?
Oh,
DraftKings
Sportsbook.
Still a lot of friends.
Our best
I was,
friends.
I was about to say Breckenridge Brewery, but DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm officially on a heater over at DraftKings Sportsbook. My picks of the week hit. Yesterday I went 3-0 on bets. I went 3-0 on the Nuggets pregame show.
Damn. What's the play tonight?
Let's see. What is the play
Thursday
tonight?
night ball. You got 49ers, 3.5-point favorites going in to Seattle, playing the Seattle Seahawks. If the 49ers win this, they wrap up the NFC West.
Wow.
Give
good
me
for them.
under 43 in the game
Ooh.
tonight.
It's supposed to be bad weather.
Under 43. Brock Purdy is a little bit banged up. Their defense is insane. I also think the Seahawks defense is awful.
They are.
But I think that the limitations all around will result in a low-scoring game.
And I've got one for you, too. Over at DraftKings Sportsbook, they're boosting Christian McCaffrey to get a touchdown with no Deebo Samuel. I think that is the lock of the year.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm in on it.
All right. Well,
Also-
might have to join you. It's boosted to plus 100.
Yep.
I have a new strategy for same-game parlays, which I
Oh.
feel like I should share.
Yes.
Do it.
So they have
Well,
those.
has it worked?
It's about to tonight.
Okay, there
Big
we
night.
go.
Big night. But the way it works is, so they have those boosts where you can get up to 100% profit boost, but it has to have 10 legs. You get more boost for more legs, up to
Yep.
10, 100%. So I used mine today, and here's what I did. I did one leg is Chris Middleton, 14-plus points. Middleton, 4 assists. Middleton, 3 rebounds. And then 20 points plus assists. 20 points plus rebounds.
I see what
25
you're
points,
doing
rebounds, assists. So they all line
They're
up.
all correlated.
They're all so it's basically like one, but you get the boost. Pretty good.
Not bad. What's it boosted up
Impressive.
to eventually?
It got up to like plus 1100.
Yeah.
But there's
For
also
Chris
like
Middleton to have a really good game.
and John Morant 6+ assists, Dylan Brooks 14 points, Dylan Brooks 2 assists.
I hate Dylan Brooks.
That's a shame. Big night
Anyways,
for him.
it's gonna be a big night for. Anyways, check out our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code DNVR when you sign up. Bet 5, get $150 when you bet on any money line over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Of course, age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
And you guys know what day it is. It's Thursday, which means we go into Whiteboard Wednesday.
Thursday.
Of course. Yes, keeping this going. And
Whiteboard Thursday.
Whiteboard Thursday. It rolls off the tongue. Yeah. So let's get into that. See if anyone's having some veggies with their whiteboard today.
Okay.
And the first whiteboard is let DeAndre hop, not jump. So if you hop, you're doing less than jumping, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But say a little more confidence there, Ryan. Yes. Okay, thanks, Ryan.
The question
for that.
is like, all hops aren't jumps. Actually, all jumps aren't hops, but I
Right.
think all hops are jumps.
Yes, but
No, that's true. Yep.
but so we didn't
right.
have to get too deep into this, okay? A jump is further than a hop. And here's the thing about DeAndre Hopkins. Just like Devontae Adams, he's going to get his. And with Devontae Adams, when the Broncos have played him, he got his in the first game they played. What did he have, 6 or 8 catches or something? It's not like Pat Surtain shut him down, but he contained him to just hopping. He didn't let him jump.
He did.
But second time, DeAndre was jumping all over the field. Devontae, wow, this is tough, was jumping all over the field, multiple touchdowns, like 150 yards on him. Just do that. Just do the first game with him.
Yeah.
Just let
Keep it in
him
front of
catch 8, 10 passes for 80, 70, 60 yards, and the Broncos will win this game. Just don't let DeAndre go off on you, and I fully expect this to be just a Pat Surtain game all over DeAndre Hopkins.
There you go. All right, what's next?
Next one we have, it is mark up.
Ah, yes, mine. So DeAndre Hopkins, really good. Marquise Brown, also really good. So you got mark up on Marquise as well. We like to call him Hollywood. That didn't fit as well, though. So he's crazy fast. I think it's going to be fun to watch him with Damari Mathis because he's also really fast. Like, it could be one of those where...
Speed on speed.
Like, I don't think you try to press him just because he's so scary, but I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they do press just a little bit and see if Damari can make it. Like, you're at the point of the season, like, just see what
experiment,
happens.
yeah.
See what happens.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now this next one, Jam James.
Yes.
Wow.
To me, you guys both went passing game.
We
Yeah.
did.
I don't think that's the most important part of this game.
Oh.
I think jamming James Conner from getting off is the most important part of this game. Colt McCoy ain't beating you. He
You hope
shouldn't at
not.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
James
really
Conner
shouldn't.
can beat you.
Absolutely.
He's the type of runner that can really wear you down as a game goes on if you let him get going. Broncos have had a couple games this year where that's come back to bite them. Carolina, I think a little bit. Obviously, Josh Jacobs has given them fits. Don't let James Conner get going, and I think you win this game.
I really like that. And he's a guy that's just a touchdown machine for them, really, since he signed with them. Next one, Jerry.
Jerry.
Judy.
Do you know that
that
reference,
Jerry.
Henry?
I actually started that chant in the Montana student section. Jerry Louis McGee, punt returner.
Oh,
Became
so
a
that's
thing.
that's what this is based off of?
I didn't know that it was a thing anywhere else.
You don't know where the Jerry chant originates from?
What? No.
Oh,
I mean,
my
what
goodness.
Jerry is there? Is there one Jerry worth chanting other than Jerry Louis McGee? There is not.
I don't know if he's
Jerry
worth
Seinfeld.
chanting, but
Jerry
he is-
Seinfeld.
Nope.
No. I don't even know this guy's last name.
Wait, you just threw me off. Now I forgot what it is.
What's his
Jerry
name?
Springer.
Jerry Springer.
Oh.
Yep. Do you know? Does that ring a bell?
He's the one who says like you're the father,
Yes.
and then
Good
they like
job.
start punching each other on TV.
Pretty close.
I've actually never watched it.
Neither of us.
Oh,
so I don't
I
know.
have. It's rough.
Is that like when you stayed home from school?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
stay home
right.
sick, you have to watch daytime television. You're
Yeah.
like, you know what? PE class would actually be better than
Yeah,
this.
it's
You
so
gotta tell me
true.
more about the '90s.
Oh, I will.
Oh, the 90s. Yeah, they were good. And Jerry was one of them. And Jerry needs to be the guy
He sure
again.
does.
I mean, this entire week, we've just heard how amazing. We watched it, but then we hear behind the scenes from coaches and players just how impressive it was that Jerry was able to do that, taking over that X position last week. And Ryan, you threw something out there. You said, I wonder what the stats are when Jerry gets the ball and when he gets a lot of catches or a lot of yards. And so I went through the stats and I found
DNVR stats and info.
yeah, exactly. I found one that really stood out. So Jerry's overall record with the Broncos is 13-24, which is a 35% win percentage.
Wow,
so
he
you kind of
must
have to
suck.
base all of these around that because that's kind of the baseline for when he plays. When he's targeted 8 or more times, 25% win rate. So no,
That's not good.
Not that one. When he has 5 or more catches, 42% win
Oh.
rate.
That's
So
Lord.
a little better, not great, but a little better. When he has 65 or more receiving yards, 27% win rate. So no, that's
doesn't help.
not that.
Wow.
When he has 18 yards per catch or more, 43% win rate. So okay, we're putting something a little together.
Oh,
When he gets a touchdown, 29% win rate. So no, it doesn't help. And here's a big one.
None of this info's.
Here's a big one. The Broncos are 5-4. That is a 56% win rate, almost double what his yearly average is, or what his winning percentage is, when Jerry Jeudy has a catch rate of 75% or better.
Interesting. So, it's not really about how much you throw to him or how much he does with it. It's really more about completing passes to him at a high rate.
I know,
Efficiency.
early on, I was thinking like, okay, you need him to have 5 catches on few targets for 24 yards. You can't have more than that. But then the other stats kind of conflict with that game
Yeah,
plan.
all those stats are conflicting. I don't think there's much we can take from them.
Except for all of them. I did my hard research and dove into it. But in all
Nothing worse
honesty,
than when you go in and you think you're going to find a
right,
narrative and it just doesn't go.
exactly. But Jerry, I don't even care if it's about winning or not. The Broncos should get him as involved as possible at that X
Yeah.
position and just see if this is a guy that can take off and run with it like he did last week.
They need Jerry to be good, that's for sure. Also, so we spent some time with Jerry today.
We did.
He's
Great mood, Jerry.
It was great mood Jerry. It was
Funny how that works.
NFL Top 100 day.
Oh, yes, your favorite day of the
it's
year, Ryan.
incredible.
Worst day.
Everybody's filling out their 20 favorite players.
Well, no. Everybody's filling out 3 of the 20 and then handing it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, a player who will remain unnamed gave the card to the lady and said, "I left some gaps between them. That was on purpose." And she said, "Oh, okay." And then I came back like 10 minutes later, and she was like still talking to him, and she was like walking away and just said like, "Well, look at that, a little teamwork, and we got all 20 filled out." It's like, what is happening? In this?
It's literally like a teacher like going around giving homework.
I feel so bad. I think they're from the NFL, actually. They go around to these cities and give them these cards as 20 slots.
was funny.
And they go up to players, and one of them went up to an unnamed player and said, "Hey, do you mind filling this out?" And he goes, "What is it?" "Oh, you're the 20 best players." And he goes, "Oh, I can't do all 20. She says, "Okay, 10. She says, "Oh, I can't do 10. She says, "Can you give me 5? He says, "How about 3?
We saw
And
one.
that's what this is. It's such a joke.
There was somebody else who was filling them out, and Jerry was actually there saying, "No, you can't. That's the wrong order. You have him in front of him." And the other guy was saying like, "No, the order doesn't matter. Like I'm just listing all the top 20 players." And then the lady heard him say that from like across the room and came over and was like, "No. The order does matter. The order matters."
And that is the NFL Top 100
It was a lot of
there.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
Janky list
Yeah.
in the history of lists.
Yeah, but it's probably very profitable for the NFL.
Yeah, big push for Brock Purdy in the locker room today.
Wow. Is there even any Iowa State guys on the team? Any.
There.
Yeah, and it was actually maybe coming from his corner. Yeah, so that would make sense.
Yep.
Brock Purdy. Actually, I'm curious your guys' thoughts on this. My buddy texted me. I hate when my friends text me for fantasy advice.
Oh boy.
Because I suck at fantasy football. My buddy texted me, Brock Purdy or Tom Brady?
Oh,
Purdy against the lowly Seattle
Yeah.
Seahawks defense, but
They are lowly.
on the road, Thursday Night
tough
Football,
place to
that's
play.
tough.
Yeah,
Or Tom against the Bengals.
I think I'm going Purdy. How bad Tom has looked.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Russ had 4 good minutes last week, Tom Brady in the past 2 weeks has had 2 good minutes.
Yep.
2 good minutes of football the past 120 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I told him Purdy.
Yeah.
And he's in the playoffs and he's like, "Look, I'm the wild card going up against the 2 seed. Like I need to make something happen here." I'm like, "Yeah, I think the higher ceiling is Purdy."
Yep, which is nuts to
Probably.
say.
All right.
Nuts to say. Okay, we have a game to pick, guys. We've kind of broken it down. I think Johnny may have swayed us. What? Oh, we have more whiteboards,
We have a couple
actually.
more
Yes,
whiteboards.
we do.
Yeah,
Forward it up.
derailed.
Next one, fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Oh, I
I
almost
was
forgot
hoping
this
this
one.
wasn't mine. Yep.
It was the run game. You don't actually have to be good at running the ball, but you have to fake that you care about running the ball.
Okay.
And last week you actually saw the Broncos have some successful play action under center plays. I think it especially helped the protection on those play action. Like they were able to fool those guys into thinking it was a run enough to help them protect Russ, give him a couple extra seconds. So just remember to pretend that you care about running the ball, even though you have no running backs worth a damn.
It's a really good point. Yep, and that's exactly what they should do. And final one, turn forward the clock.
That is you, Henry.
That is
yes,
you.
it is. Yes, it is. So what's J.J. Watt going to try to do in this game?
Turn back the clock.
So what are the Broncos going to do?
Turn forward the clock.
Because J.J. Watt, pretty good at football still. Not what he used to be, obviously, but still pretty good. So not only do you need him to not be what he used to be, you need to make him worse by turning forward the clock.
Wow, you really thought this one through.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Unfortunately, you know that Arizona and Denver are now on the same time right now.
They are.
Yeah. So
They
it's
are.
going to be tough to turn forward the clock.
Yeah, I think they might be screwed.
So
Oh, no.
maybe
latest
Natani Moody
information
knows
I've
how to
heard-
work a clock.
the latest information I've heard on this is that we are going to turn the clocks forward one more time,
Okay.
and then we're done forever.
Never
So
back
one more.
again.
Yeah.
Wait, so we're never going to gain an hour. We're never going to have a 25-hour day again. It's just we get one more 23-hour, which sucks.
But the world we're in now is the worst one, right? Where it gets dark all early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
once we spring it forward,
Okay.
we're there forever.
It'll be 3:45 now.
No.
No, it'll be 5:45 now.
This will be the level of darkness when it's
Oh,
5:45.
right. Okay. Yeah.
So
I can
that
get
means
into
the
that.
second half of football season games are starting at 10 a.m.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're still starting at 11.
Well, that cannot be true.
No, yeah, they got to be starting
They're definitely
yeah,
moving.
no, yeah, you're right, we
They're
are.
definitely moving.
starting at 10 and 2 o'clock games and not 1 o'clock. I can get into that.
Yeah.
I
Really?
like that. Yep.
I think
yep,
so,
yep.
too.
Primetime football starting at 5. Though it's weird.
You get well, and then on
I don't
top
like
of that,
that.
like East Coast games, like the Avs are playing Buffalo. That's gonna be starting at 4 o'clock.
Wait, but I think the whole country is going.
no,
along
it's
with
just
this.
it's just Colorado.
Yeah, it's just
No,
Colorado.
Chicago said they're doing this too.
Maybe it's
Okay,
state by
maybe
state.
Colorado and Chicago. Chicago's a city.
Let
For
let
what
us
it's
know in the
worth.
comments if
Oh, it is Illinois.
I
not
didn't
just
say
this-
that.
That'd be funny.
You're the ones who said
Right.
state by state, not me. I just said Chicago said they're doing it too.
Okay.
Maybe
But
it's city
again,
by state.
the idea that the Nuggets could start a basketball game at 4 pisses me off.
Yeah, that's weird. That's some Hawaii shit, right?
It's
Cool.
going to be awful.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
What do you? It's not like you work a 9 to 5.
No, but where were we at 4 today? Oh, we're right here working.
That's
We'd
touche.
have the Nuggets game on. It'd be great.
We
that
do have
got
2
focus. We do have 2 TVs. We only need 1 for the Nuggets.
All right.
All right, let's get into our picks
Are
for
we in the
this.
third segment already?
Second. No, third.
I think-
second.
Okay. Let's go to the third segment.
Oh, let's go
go
to the third segment.
Turn
and
forward the clock.
Do you guys know how we get to the third segment?
How?
Turn
It's
forward the
by
clock?
telling us
Oh.
or telling you about our friends over at Game Time, and I kid you not, a media member today, like
Yes.
right when Henry and I are just walking by, goes, has anyone used Game Time before? And we're
Yep.
like, perfect people to talk
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Yeah. So Henry actually takes this media member under their wing, and I kid you not, 5 times throughout the day,
Yeah.
you went and checked ticket prices
Yep.
with this unnamed media
Did you give him the
member.
link?
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
Good.
gave him the link, went there, and Henry's like, well, it's probably best. They won tickets to tonight's game.
Yep.
It's probably best just to
Avs?
wait. Yeah,
Yep.
it's probably best to wait a little bit. So they kept checking in every couple of hours. The price
Yep.
kept going down.
It
Henry
did.
found him the
did.
best seats, and boom, there you go. They're bringing their daughters
Both of them.
to the game. So if you want to start connecting dots, maybe you can figure out who it is. But anyways, it's not a bad thing. It's a good
media
thing
member with
to be
daughters.
using Game Time. And Allie's pulling it up. Tonight's Avs game tickets still available. It's a later one, right? 7 or 8?
7.
7, so you could still get tickets now and go. And of course, if you want to go to the Broncos-Cardinals game, click on the link in our description. It'll take you right to the Broncos game. And what do we have, Allie? What's the cheapest one that's popping up right now? $35 to get in, to get yourself some free Taylor Swift tickets. $35 in the door to this Broncos game. You can do
Wow.
that. So check them out over at Game Time. Click the link in our description on YouTube. It's the first one that pops up. Click the link in our description in if you're watching on podcasts. It's the first one that pops up. Click on those and get over to some games.
Pat Rooney?
Whoa.
I'm just trying to guess who the media member is.
You came very
Yes,
close.
you came way closer than I ever would have thought.
I know, yeah.
Arnie Stapleton.
No,
further.
it's
Colder.
but still kind of close.
Yeah, I guess not
think
colder at all, really.
You honestly might have just got a last name wrong.
Oh, I did. Pat Graham.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Wow, that is impressive.
I had it on the first try.
cow.
Went from a Pat
Oh
to
my-
an AP writer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Would you
that's
have,
what I
like,
thought the connection was.
Yeah.
Pat Rooney works for the Daily Camera still, maybe?
Yes.
Covering Buffs basketball. So
Yes.
always got Buffs on the
Wow,
mind.
that is impressive.
They also play tonight. You can get in for $2 on Game Time.
Wow.
It's a
'Cause they're
23-point
bad, right?
spread.
No, Pat Graham.
Pat Graham.
Legitimately nicest guy in the media.
Yeah.
Hands
It
down.
is true.
Cannot be beat.
It is
Yes,
true.
It's very true.
Yes.
What else can we do to get to the third segment?
We
could tell you
Breckenridge
about
Brewery.
Breckenridge Brewery.
Oh, beer. We don't. I guess we do have beers over there, but I'm feeling in a water mood. Beers. The Holiday Ale, the Christmas Ale, the Fun Slinger, the Buddy Pass, the Vanilla Porter Jr. They've got so many beers. We could sit here and name beers for an hour probably.
Harrison Wynn said he could take down a whole Christmas ale keg in a night. Do you think you could?
I don't know.
How many beers is it?
A lot.
A lot,
lot
and,
of beers.
and it's kind of a heavier winter beer.
Yeah.
They count it in gallons.
How
What is
many
that?
gallons is it?
2 gallon? At
1.32.
least a gallon. Yeah.
Yeah,
1.32
a little over a gallon.
gallons.
There is no shot. No shot.
No, there isn't.
Zach's doing math.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm also trying to
We're talking. So, what do you guys consider a beer? 12 ounces or 16?
a pint.
We always have to set.
No.
Well, that's 16.
A can of beer.
A can
That's
of beer.
12 ounces.
10.5 pints.
10.5 pints, but that's, according to Ryan, not a true beer, which I agree. I think you got to
10
go.
and a half pints could be done.
So we're talking about 14 beers.
Yeah,
So
that could be done.
means-
That could be done.
At what percent is it?
It's definitely over like your standard light beer.
It is.
So I'm gonna guess
pint
it's
is like 1 1/3 beers.
I think I'm tapped out.
You can do
Exactly.
it. That's for sure.
It absolutely is. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a pint 16 ounce. Watch yourself there. You're not getting away with that. And a normal beer is 12 ounces. So yeah.
Let me find out
Wow.
the ABV here.
Oh, while we're doing this,
7.5.
No, I'm done. No,
Oh,
that's like
wow.
28
It's like
beers.
1.5
that doubles
beers
it.
Yeah.
per.
That doubles it. Yeah.
It's almost doubles.
No,
yeah.
it doesn't double.
Because a
it.
beer is
7.5?
technically like 4%.
It's like 20 beers.
3.5, 4.
I think
yeah.
it's 24.
Shit. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, that's tough.
mean, I
don't
guess-
don't try this at home, kids.
You get to start at noon.
Okay.
2 beers an hour from noon to midnight.
I'm asleep by 4. Yeah.
But you only have to drink
Yeah.
one. It just has the effect of 1.5.
I'd have
It's
to
true,
go all
that's
at the
true.
same time.
Oh, you would chug.
Yeah, maybe even cake stand. Who's to say? That's a little narrow of a base,
Do
to be
a
honest.
mini keg stand on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, let's do this first. So Breckenridge Brewery, incredible.
Yep.
Beers, all that. Use the website. It'll tell you where to go to pick up any of these beers, where to get the mini keg, all of that stuff. It's awesome stuff, awesome partner, all of that. Also, Brandon Curry mentioned in the comments earlier, the Arizona-Colorado corner is showing the Cowboys game.
Oh my.
And it's actually
goodness.
showing the Cowboys game on both sides. So like Colorado side
Wow.
and Arizona side.
Wow. So you definitely need that.
Congratulations to those
yes.
people, man. It was a dub for them.
Wow.
Who?
The people that don't get the Broncos.
If any of you feel like it's an L, though, sign up for our new partner, and
Yep.
you will be able to. What are the odds somebody from that corner listens? It's a very small corner.
It's high.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
heard.
high. It's
I've
high.
never heard of anything that happens in that corner. If you're from that corner, let me know.
There are enough people that watch this show / listen to this show over the course of a game or over the course of a season, over the course of a week, to fill the stadium. So there's
That
a good
is true.
chance
Yes. Yeah.
to get someone from the corner.
I completely agree.
Oh, so it's like, Durango might even be in the corner.
Oh,
If not, then Toa Whack it
Durango-
definitely is.
might even be in the comments right now.
Probably.
All right. Also, a shout out to our friends over at Foco to give you awesome, awesome gear, including those puffy hoodies that we've been seeing. Is there any? Oh, is there one down here right now? I don't see one. But those are awesome. Keep you warm. Actually, perfect wintertime Broncos gear to be wearing to the stadium. But they also have bobbleheads like the ones you see behind us, pennants, hats, sombreros, which is just the Spanish word for hat. And this, like, look at this thing.
Yeah.
It's fluffy.
That is impressive.
It's comfy. It's large.
Bronco-y.
It's baggy. I'm going to just keep it right here. It's like a little
Fluffy.
blanket. It's getting a little cold as the sun's gone down here in the studio. Anyway, check out our friends over at FOCO and use the code DNVR for 10% off.
All right, our seasons-long teams draft that we have. Got an update there. And let's just say it's getting...
Zach only updates this shit when he has a good week.
Yeah, he does. It's
I've been winning since week 1. So yeah, it's fun to update.
Anytime you have
this.
a bad week, you don't mention it. Then if you extend the lead...
I don't know about... Hey, this was a good week for the rest of the pack.
Oh, that's me.
Competing with the rest of the pack. Henry, you have 62 points.
Let's go.
That puts you in third
tough
of 3
seed.
last. Ryan, you have 63.
Let's go.
Which puts you 1 point ahead of Henry for dead last in this competition.
Wow.
Me, on the other hand, 10 points above Ryan.
that's it.
11
what the
points
hell?
above Henry. 73 right there. So
Ooh.
I'll leave you there. But another update.
Ooh, it's all the people.
AFC West records.
Oh, yes.
Ryan,
Last.
Henry is in first place.
Yes, let's go.
21 and
Upset of the
18
century.
record. Ryan, last place.
Yeah, knew it.
19 and 20 record, and me
It's not bad.
right in between 20 and 19.
Wow.
So
It's
two
a
of
really
us are
tight
above
race.
500. One of us is below 500. Probably will
Loser.
never recover from
Nope.
that. And but we're all within 2 games.
All right, let's pick
So
'em.
these games matter. Cardinals going into Denver to play the Broncos. Score, Ryan.
You are the only person who just led into this Broncos-Cardinals game by saying, these games matter.
17-13 Broncos. It's a win, but they get no credit from me.
Wow. 17-13. The under hits.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course. Henry. You're
As
doing
a
it.
policy, like, no, I'm not taking a tie. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Broncos. It's
Score.
13-12.
Oh, come on, guys. Have a little faith in the
13-12.
Broncos.
No.
I'm going 24.
Oh, no points.
24 to 10. 24 to 10.
Wow.
We're talking about a blowout courtesy of the Denver Broncos.
In the words of the great philosopher Von Miller, we gonna kick their ass.
Oh, yes, they are. And you know what? The Broncos have never lost to the Cardinals in Denver. Never.
Wow.
Not once. The past 2 games the Broncos and Cardinals have played, the Broncos have beat them by a combined like 59 points.
Wow.
It's ass-kicking season.
It is. It's ass-kicking season. 27
Wow.
points. That's the baseline to get 1 point of credit from me.
Man, 26
What's
points.
a point worth?
More than they've had all season. Actually, no, they got one last week.
And that was just
Now
the
I'm
tip of the iceberg of these games. Patriots at Raiders. Who do we have? Kind of a weird one here. Josh McDaniels.
Yes.
Going up
Oh,
against
Josh
Josh
McDaniels'
McDaniels.
revenge game.
1-0 in his career coaching against Bill Belichick.
Wow.
Is he? Oh, yes.
A walk-off field goal.
Yeah, you're right. And 1-0 coaching against his former team.
Give me the Patriots.
Oh, wow. Okay. I guess we don't have to do score here.
Sorry, I had a little cough. It's Mac Jones. I'm taking Mac Jones. Mac is back. Have you seen him
Wow.
recently? All they do is win and then lose to the Bills, but then win when they play another reasonable team. They're pretty good. The Patriots are pretty good. The Raiders, nah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I love this. I love where the Mac hype is going, but I'm going Raiders here. Raiders are like a good team now. Now they're not going to make the playoffs, but like throughout the first couple games of the season, they're a good team. Okay, Titans going into Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Low key, huge game for both teams.
Yeah. You know where I'm going. Give me the Titans.
Oh, I love it. I thought when you said that you're gonna go Chargers.
Wow. I'll take the Chargers.
Of course you will.
They're good.
Yeah, I
They're
agree.
good.
You should do that.
Yeah, give me the Chargers.
I saw a tweet. It was from a national person right after the Chargers-Dolphins game. I thought Ryan would absolutely love it. It said, let's put the nonsense away forever now. Tua, and let's get the facts straight. Tua is a good quarterback. Justin Herbert, generational. And I thought, man, that has Ryan written all over it.
Generational player who has never made the playoffs.
Okay, third year.
Yep.
He's had 2 tries and didn't do it.
It's only one
Yep.
more.
He's
It's only
done.
one more year than it took Peyton Manning to make the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah, think
One
about that.
year.
Think about that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of
We'll
crazy.
see if they make it this year.
Well, it's
We
very
will.
true. This is a big game in that. I'm also going to take the Chargers at home.
Generational. What a people just
It wasn't
throw
my
that
tweet.
word around like it means nothing now.
It sounds good.
Wow, Henry's here in the comment section, not even paying attention to us.
I'm
Just-
doing both.
Just typing away to people.
Man of the people.
Wow. And final game, Chiefs. Oh, Dre's in our comment section? Damn.
Buddy Johnson, not Dre.
Buddy Johnson's on my Madden team.
Oh, Buddy Johnson here. Nice.
Wow.
And final game, Chiefs at Texans, 14-point spread. But, of course, they're not picking against the spread. Anyone want to pick the Texans after they almost beat the Cowboys last week?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. Okay, there we
So
go.
the only movement that can be made for me, I guess, to catch Henry would be the Titans.
Whoa, to catch me as well. Watch yourself,
I'm not
buddy.
worried
In
about
order to
you.
get to first, you got to get through second.
Well, that's as far as I can get this week anyway.
Wait, what was that, Allie?
I had the Patriots.
Ryan has the Patriots.
Henry has the Patriots.
Oh, and I have the Raiders. Oh, that's
Yes.
fantastic.
No,
Thank you,
no,
guys.
it is
I'm gonna
not.
be tied.
It's
Let's
the,
go,
it's
baby.
it's the Patriots.
Zach hates Mac Jones. Crazy development.
Wow, he
Well,
really does.
I don't like Josh McDaniels, that's for sure. Wow,
You
I have
love
every,
Josh McDaniels,
I have
look at that.
every AFC West team winning. That's sad.
They hate when you do
what?
that.
Yeah.
The
what could
AFC
go
West.
wrong?
Yeah,
They really
The people
do.
hate when you do that.
Oh
Wow.
man, that's ugly. But speaking of the people, should we talk to them?
Yeah.
Let's talk to him.
Okay, we got
This show's still going, huh?
This show's still going, and we're not done yet.
Hasn't even been an hour.
BK in the comment section giving a super chat. Thank you, BK.
Oh.
Says, if I am forced to pick number 1 right now, Kyler is younger and faster. At their prime, Russ.
Well,
Agreed.
Yeah.
not at his prime.
Exactly. I'm right there with
Right.
you.
Ted Wunderlich, who actually invented the Wunderlich test. A lot of people don't know
Wow.
So he's smart.
Yep, chimes
Better be
in.
no grammatical errors in
Chimes
this.
in.
Every Ted is smart.
Best way to bet against the Broncos, uncapitalized. That's grammar issue.
Sorry, Ted, take
opponent
it back.
ML, and if Denver is a dog. Opponent spread if Denver is favored. Either way, you get paid, or you buy a Broncos win.
Well, there you
Okay,
go.
so there's some people that
The
take
old
the
emotional hedge.
the emotional hedge,
The
and then some
emotional
people do
hedge.
the opposite, and they just go all in on their squad.
Yeah, just depends on the mood for me. And what time of the week I place the bet.
I don't know how I could bet on the Cardinals this week. Like,
Johnny.
everything Johnny said. Oh my gosh, the words he used kind of hurt my soul.
Yeah, I was like,
And I don't
wow.
care about the
I
Cardinals
was like,
at all.
I don't think I've ever been this down on the Broncos.
No, and we thought we were down on them.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked them to lose 30-10 to the Ravens.
It's true.
I picked him
yeah.
to lose 13-12.
I think Johnny's got the Cardinals losing like 55-0 in this
Wow,
game.
probably.
And we do have one comment on the website coming in from our guy Briz Baby. Says, "Hey guys, sorry I'm a day late with this one, but here is my official mountain pie crust honey review.
Oh, wow.
RK is funny. RK, it's funny. You should say that it's purely a Colorado thing because it actually reminded me of home. Back in Australia, we have a famous Outback campfire snack called damper. You make a dough by mixing water and flour. Then
That's how you make
Damn,
them.
they make it damper.
then you wrap this dough around the end of a thick stick and shove it into a campfire.
Oh.
After a few
Like a
minutes,
tornado.
after a few minutes, the dough cooks into a dense bread and you pull it out of the stick. Then,
Butter
in the
it.
hole of the bread where the stick was, you pour some honey in and enjoy. It tastes similar to the thick bread and honey of a mountain crust pie. Because of the
Wow.
taste of home, I loved it and rated an 8.8 out of 10.
Let's go.
Also, the thought of a main dish with its own built-in dessert is just brilliant to me. Cheers, guys. Briz, baby.
Great review.
That is.
They have these things that kind of reminded me of these things at the Rockies games
Yeah.
called tornadoes, which, in my opinion, best stadium food that exists on Earth.
Wow.
Wow.
They take dough and they wrap it around like a metal tube.
Yep.
Then they cook that bread around there. They pull it out and they dip it into a vat of butter and use like a paintbrush to just paint butter on there. Then they take that and dip it in cinnamon sugar, and then put it in like a nice little bag so you don't have to get your hands dirty. And it's like a kind of like a cinnamon roll meets a churro
with butter.
with butter. Oh,
That sounds amazing. But you lost me when you said it's better than Dippin' Dots.
Ooh,
it is so much better than Dippin' Dots. It's not even close.
I haven't had a Dippin' Dot since I was in like 6th grade.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
but
they said it was the
still.
ice cream of the
But
future,
still.
but it was really the ice cream of the past.
Yeah. It's the ice cream in middle school.
It's just the best ice cream.
Is it?
The banana split one.
That was my favorite.
It's good. I can't believe you didn't say bubble gum.
What, do they even have that? I don't think they do. They only go with the fruity ones.
Bubble
Just to
gum.
blast me.
I just like the chocolate mint or whatever.
Also, see, good.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to disagree with you.
I would rather just have regular ice cream though.
No.
I got it. I feel out of touch. Like I need to try some Dippin' Dots before I can pick a side. They might actually be really good. I just haven't had them in forever.
Do you think they're even better now? The future of the technology has hit Dippin' Dots hard.
Are they still in business?
I hope.
Yo, are
I
they in
hope.
business? Yes, they're in business.
Hey, did you ever go to?
Lucia had some at the last game at Coors.
They're still dipping
That's
dots.
my girl. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Are we dipping our dots out of here?
Let's do it.
I
Let's
thought we
do
were
it.
going to dip into the comments.
Oh,
We already got the
we
comments.
just did. Where have you been?
I was talking to Dre.
Wow. Oh yeah, he did. What? Dre's right there. You guys could talk after the show.
But not during it.
We have a lot to talk about after the show.
Oh
no.
Henry losing his job.
Oh, no.
Anytime Dre's sitting in that chair, I always think someone's getting canned
Someone's
after the
getting
show.
the talking
Oh,
to.
right
Teachers
before
in
the
the
Broncos win a game, too.
I know. Tough.
Aw.
All right. Appreciate Johnny Venerable for joining us today. That was fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of
Yes.
you guys for following along. Hit us with a thumbs up on your way out. As they said on the Nugget Show in the comments, take that like on the way out.
Yeah, I like it.
So we'll wrap up there, and we'll see you guys after the game.
After the game.
Nice. Yep.